At this moment, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce our senior class speaker, Ms. Tieyana Samuels. All right, you got to keep the clap going until she reaches the podium. There we go.
Okay. Hi, you guys. My name is Tieyana, if you haven't noticed already. Okay. Most of us have known each other for 8 years, some for less than that, but for all of us, it feels great to say we grew up together. We watched each other grow academically and as people. We've learned how to respond to multiple attitudes and ways of living. There are so many people who helped raise and groom the class of 2013, and we have all taken what we have been taught and transformed it into something that fits best on us. Let's be honest, something that fits the key side might not look right on Wadir. Originally, I was going to speak about how 2013 became the unified class that we are today. I was going to give recognition to all of those responsible for making 2013 who you see. I plan to start with Mr. Regans, who taught us dedication and how to have integrity and time management. Following him, I thought I would acknowledge both Ms. Melendez and Ms. Wimbush, who both gave 2013 the same lesson. There is no such thing as getting by. I would acknowledge Ms. Paula Jones, who was that tap on our shoulder when we needed it, that voice of the angels, that voice of the angels when we felt down and out, and a dispenser of the good sense that we all needed every once in a while. I, of course, couldn't leave out the plethora of high school teachers and staff that we've had and have still guiding us to new heights. But as I went to complete my final version of my speech last Thursday night, something dawned on me. As grateful as we are for all of the mentorship and guidance that we have received from everyone in this room, my speech shouldn't be dedicated to you. My speech is dedicated to you, 2013. 2013 isn't just a label or a year that, to be honest, none of us truly saw coming. It's who we are. It took until today for it to settle in that our time had come. 5th grade was rough. We all remember sitting on the floor of a gym and cafetorium in the August heat, watching Mr. Hill pace back and forth across the room, screaming about how everything must be earned. And by everything, he meant everything. We had to earn our chairs, we had to earn our desks, we even had to earn our classrooms. I cannot explain the emotion that came over 2013 when we were finally 8th graders. 8th grade meant standing outside of Ms. Wimbush's class, single file, homework, morning work, and lab book all in hand to be turned in before you entered the class. And I'm sure we all remember standing in line with all of this delicious food laid out in front of you, and the only way you could get it was if you spoke properly in Spanish. That was a sad day. Some people asked for cups but no juice. Some rice but no beans. Steak but no plate. It was something special. We weren't ecstatic about leaving school or even going to Puerto Rico. We were excited that most of our classes were in the basement, air conditioning. The heat was the least of our worries. Freshman year at NCA, I must admit we almost lost our minds. We no longer had to walk the halls from class to class with the same group of people, it's okay, in straight silent lines. We no longer were required to sit with our hands folded in class. We didn't have to sit with a specific group of people at lunchtime. Freshman year may have been the worst year for all of us. As a class, we heard a lot from our former principal, and I think we all still can recite the unbreakable silence speech. Fast forward to June 13, 2013, just this past Thursday, and instead of being yelled at by our not-so-new principal for reasons of negativity, he was instead yelling, "Get that." After everyone received their yearbooks, almost instantly putting them into circulation, and our class shirts and cap and gowns, there was music playing. We all could have left as soon as we received our things, but instead, you found the class of 2013 in the gym, dancing, talking, laughing, recording, Tajula, completely engulfed in the warmth of each other's company. No drama, no arguing, nothing but love in the air. Upon seeing this, I realized I had to change my speech. It's been a long journey for us, and even though it hasn't been cupcakes and roses the entire way, we still know what it means to love one another above it all. We still know what it means to put aside our differences and enjoy the family we've created. We fight and we fuss, and everyone has their share of negative things to say. But at the end of the day, we've literally grown up together. Thursday's event showed me just how strong we really are. So, in just a few months, when Erin struts her stuff onto the campus of Rutgers, New Brunswick with a full scholarship, or when Lamar tackles his schedule from Bloomfield College that looks like it was designed to have him eating, sleeping, and breathing the campus library, when Yateya is reading her map of Keene University, or Josiah settles into his dorm room at William Patterson University, they'll be able to close their eyes, take that first deep breath, and upon exhaling, feel the class of 2013 in their hearts. Knowing that they have an entire student body behind them, wishing them the best and a shoulder to lean on should they ever get weak, they'll be able to open their eyes and have the strength to carry on. They'll know that they aren't alone. I feel so honored to have been surrounded by all of you. After all of these years, I've learned so much from everyone, and I hope that you've learned something from me. We made it to another stepping stone. Everyone always says, never forget where you came from, but I don't need to say that today, because the class of 2013 is not just the title. It isn't just the year of our graduation. It's who we are at heart. So instead, I would say this: stay true to your hearts, and who you are and where you're from will never be questioned. I love you guys.